Alright guys, I'm so sorry if there's like a bit of background noise in the background of this video. Like, it's the washing machine. I have to film my room in this room, and this is like the back room with the washing machine. But this is like a really important video to me, and like it's brought quite a few people to the channel, me making videos on this whole Diego Sanchez situation. So I think it's beneficial that I make another one, because loads of eyes are clearly on this topic. Basically, I've done like a bit of research and like been through a few interviews Diego Sanchez has done, and I want to just give my thoughts on why I believe he has been able to be like manipulated, and I think this is a very valid point. So, for years, when Diego Sanchez first joined the UFC, he was the company man. He wore the tap out shirts, and his theme tune was always played like every event, and he was the man. You know what I mean? And then when his career started going downhill, he got a divorce after like a week or something. I believe it was that I believe that's true information. He got a divorce, and I think he felt like he's come out and said like years ago, like 2019, 2018, that he felt so lonely and didn't feel like anybody was listening to him or trusting him. Or I don't think the guy's ever had like that kind of like rock solid like team or coach, you know what I mean, and somebody that you can put all of his faith in and trust that they don't just think, oh, he's on his way out. Somebody that believes he can be the best, still be one of the best fighters ever, and I think so he was on a bit of a skid. He lost two, then he came back and he won, and then he needed another much needed like win, you know what I mean, and that's when he met Josh Fabia. And Josh Fabia was the one who was there to listen to him, who was the one that was there caring for him, and you know what I mean. And he's come out and said this publicly, you know what I mean. I'm not just sitting here being like, oh, Josh Fabia like was there caring for him and all this. How do I know? I just do my research, and Josh Fabia listened to him, gave him time. They became friends, and then he got a much needed win. So in Diego Sanchez's mind, right? Just hear me out on this. Let's say I'm going to put myself in his shoes. If I was Diego Sanchez and I wasn't doing great with my personal life, and my fighting career was going really poorly, and then this guy, Josh Fabia, comes in, and he's meant to be this really quite spiritual guy, and we always knew Diego Sanchez was really spiritual and stuff, because years and years ago you could see him doing this weird meditation form and all this. So now I'm Diego Sanchez, right? And I'm here, and I met this Josh Fabia, and then I get a much needed win. And then I start thinking, I'm connecting the dots, I'm doing all this new spiritual stuff. I've actually got this guy that's here listening to me, talking to me, who believes in me, who's giving me motivation. Of course you're going to start being like, right, get closer to him and start taking more of his word and build up that trust, which is like between any coach and fighter, you know what I mean? But personally, I don't think Fabia had anything to do with Sanchez maybe getting a much needed win against Mickey Gall, you know what I mean? I think Mickey Gall just wasn't on Sanchez's level on that night, you know what I mean? So it's weird to me, because Diego Sanchez in an interview, while asked about Fabia, said that Fabia tapped him out in 40 seconds on their first ever roll, and that's how they first like kind of started getting to know each other and stuff. And I'm like, Diego Sanchez has never been tapped out in his whole MMA career. Out of all of his losses, not one has been from like him tapping. So I don't know if that's the case, then fair enough. And then there was also the whole thing of they get a bit closer and they have that beef with the Donald Cerrone sort of team, and then Fabia tried using the death punch, that's what Fabia calls it, on one of Cerrone's teammates, so that sparked a feud, and then Sanchez took Fabia's side, and there's loads of different tales, you know what I mean? Like, I think Diego Sanchez always needed that one person so he could like have something like with, you know what I mean? And I think now that he's found it in Fabia, it's like that sort of like friendship sort of bond, but it's like one of them's in it for a different reason than the other. Fabia's in it because Sanchez needed somebody. You know what I mean? Sanchez is on his way out, and he needed somebody. And now that Diego Sanchez is obsessed with Fabia, and is like always on Fabia's side, no disloyalty towards him whatsoever, will take his word for everything, will do exactly what he says, because he believes Fabia makes him a better fighter, as he got a win as soon as he met him. You know what I mean? So as I say, Sanchez is in it for that type of reason, to better himself. Fabia is in it not to better himself or to better Diego Sanchez. He's in there to manipulate Sanchez into making profit from him, and that's truly what I believe. And I think Diego Sanchez has been extremely highly manipulated by him, as I've said in previous videos. Diego Sanchez maybe trying to maybe Fabia, like Diego Sanchez obviously coming out and saying that he got tapped out in 40 seconds by Fabia, and it's like, do you reckon Fabia maybe convinced him of that? Maybe they were rolling or whatever, and it was a good decent roll, good jiu-jitsu. nobody topped each other. Then maybe after, after they start getting friends, Fabia's tried planting seeds. Like, oh, do you remember that first time we rolled how I topped you in 40 seconds as like a jokey between friends? And then Sanchez is like, oh, I can't really remember that, but I'll take your word for it because of the trust, you know what I mean? And then he goes tells people on interviews. Then, right, more people potentially will start looking at Fabia as like, right, so you topped this guy in 40 seconds, well, I went to train with you. And then Fabia will start doing it with other people, you know what I mean? I think Diego Sanchez is the first of many people that Fabia is going to try and manipulate. And I think how it's very good that this whole thing has been so publicised and gets loads and loads of views is because people need to be aware of what this man is like. This guy came into Sanchez's life at the perfect time, made him care for him, made him loyal, more loyal than anybody could be, as Sanchez believes Fabia makes his life way better and makes him a way better fighter, even though that's not the case. But Sanchez just thinks that. That's why his loyalty will never be broken. That's why he would do whatever Fabia says. Diego Sanchez, pull your trousers down, close your eyes, and then under no circumstances open your eyes, no matter what pain you feel. That's the type of shit you could get away with saying to him. It's disgusting, it's disgraceful, and it's weird. I think this is just the beginning of something much bigger. I'm trying to get loads of content out there, make everybody aware of this. This is a big deal in my opinion. That's why the loyalty will never be broken. Sanchez feels like he needs him. Fabia doesn't feel like he needs Sanchez. Fabia knows exactly what he's doing and exactly how much profit he's making. Diego Sanchez won't be aware of half the things that are going on, you know what I mean? But because no matter how many things come out in the media, no matter who says what, Sanchez will always be by Fabia's side, no matter what. So it's like a losing battle, but everybody has to be at least aware now of what Fabia is like for the future of people that may be manipulated by him. You know what I mean? Like that type of thing. I'm trying to make everybody aware. This is a dangerous man. When somebody is highly manipulated to stick by somebody's side, you know what I mean? Because they've been through so much, and this situation possibly is making it worse because Fabia's like, look how much people are coming after us because they're jealous of us. They're jealous, Diego, they're jealous of us. They want our relationship. They want our bond. They want to have self-belief and self-worth and grow themselves as people as much as we do. Fucking with Diego Sanchez's mind. Boys, that's all I'm going to say. Listen to what I've said there, right? Listen to the video a few times and try tell me that is not quite spot on in terms of the loyalty and in terms of everything. Thank you very much. See you soon. Love you all.